If you'll look inside, the devotional thought that was presented to me and that I've now will present to you is called The School of the Prophets. The true object of education is to restore the image of God in the soul. In the beginning, God created man in his own likeness. He endowed him with noble qualities. His mind was well balanced, and all the powers of his being were harmonious. But the fall and its effects have perverted these gifts. Sin has marred and well-nigh obliterated the image of God in man. It was to restore this that the plan of salvation was devised, and a life of probation was granted to man. To bring him back to the perfection in which he was first created is the great object of life, the object that underlies every other. It is the work of parents and teachers in the education of the youth to cooperate with the divine purpose, and in so doing, they are laborers together with God. All the varied capabilities that men possess of mind and soul and body are given them by God, to be so employed as to reach the highest possible degree of excellence. But this cannot be a selfish and exclusive culture, for the character of God, whose likeness we are to receive, is benevolence and love. Every faculty, every attribute with which the Creator has endowed us is to be employed for His glory and for the uplifting of our fellow men. And in this employment is found its purest, noblest, and happiest exercise. Were this principle given the attention which its importance demands, there would be a radical change in some of the current methods of education. Instead of appealing to pride and selfish ambition, kindling a spirit of emulation, teachers would endeavor to awaken the love of goodness and truth and beauty, to arouse the desire for excellence. The student would seek the development of God's gifts in himself, not to excel others, but to fulfill the purpose of the Creator and to receive His likeness. Instead of being directed to mere earthly standards or being actuated by the desires of self-exaltation, which in itself dwarfs and belittles, the mind would be directed to the Creator, to know Him and to become like Him. And I asked someone to look up the memory gem, and then I never asked if anybody found it. Did you find it? Do you have it?
I'll read it.
Okay.
I got it.
Go ahead.
For I think that God hath set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to the angels, and to men. That was the wrong one.
1 Corinthians 3:9.
That's the one. That was just a bonus.
Okay.
We are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building.
Thank you.
Amen.
And if you will stand with me, as is our custom, we will recite the fourth commandment. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all them in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. You may be seated. Church will begin in a moment.